Good morning, everybody. Yesterday I did my video first thing in the morning, like before 7 a.m., and I'm doing the same thing today. Just because yesterday it worked out better for my schedule for that, and today it's a similar sort of thing because I have meetings first thing in the morning, and yesterday I had meetings all day. So today is going to be another video about none other than planning, and today what I thought that I would share with you would be to show you all some options online, so on my computer actually, to show you some options of where you can buy different and more stylized ring-bound planners. So when I say ring-bound planners, I'm talking about like Filofax style, like the 6-ring style. So, or even Kikki-K, like Kikki-K medium, Kikki-K large. So if you are interested in seeing where you can buy other styles or types of ring-bound planner binders, other than just the usual sorts of more popular favorites, and in seeing maybe in some of the, I don't want to say lesser known, but just like not nearly so well known, just because it's not lesser known in the rest of the world, like in Europe, they kind of know about these companies a little bit more. But I was going to share with you some places where you can buy ring-bound style planners, like the 6-ring style, that are a little bit more stylized, I guess you could say. Some even have kind of printed covers, and even show you some places where right now when you buy, they're all on really, really good sales. This is a great time actually to refresh your planner binder and to get a new one, because there's a lot of good sales going on. So if you're interested in seeing where you can buy some or have some new options for ring-bound style binders in personal size, A5 size, or even personal compact, which is what I really like to use, stick around for the video, and I really hope to share something new with you that maybe you hadn't considered before, and maybe might help you to better discover and establish yourself with your own kind of planner piece. So let's go ahead and watch the video. So really quickly, I just want to give you some points of reference. One is to show you the Filofax UK site. There are 2 different sites that you can order Filofax if you're in the United States. One is the United States site and one is the UK site. I have ordered from Filofax, direct from Filofax, a couple of times, and I would always recommend ordering from the UK site over the US site, for whatever reason. And this is something that I picked up from other people in the planner community. When you order from the UK site, they just have a better selection and they often ship faster. And you have to, of course, deal with the conversion rate of just UK to US dollars, but that is a small inconvenience, or just like, I guess maybe you could say point of confusion. If that's confusing to you, like just trying to figure it out. I mean, you can go and do something on Google to kind of convert the dollars so that you have a better understanding, but if I were ordering off of the or if I were ordering direct from Filofax, I always would recommend ordering direct from Filofax and Filofax UK. And the way you find the site is you search for Filofax UK and it will bring up the UK site. They have some new Maldens out, so if you've seen like the Malden organizer, and you see they spell organizer with an S instead of a Z. And then they have these are new for this year, and these are very similar to the style of planner that I have shown before, my Filofax Austerley that I got on eBay. And then here's the original Filofax. And I have seen these go on Zulily. Zulily's a great place sometimes to find like planners lately. And then there's some more stylized looking ones. So I'm just showing you this just kind of, like I said, like as a point of reference, and they have a lot of pages of Filofax organizers, like binders. There's also the Kate Spade Agenda, which is decidedly a lot more pricey. I have never had a Kate Spade Agenda, but I know people in the planner community who have it. It's very popular. I don't personally like it because I like using mine as a wallet, the way that some people use the Kate Spade Agenda. But just for personal preference, I really don't like the zipper that goes around the perimeter. Not a fan of it. And at a price point of $198, it's just enough kind of at the top of my range that I don't really want to pay that. And I also don't I mean, that's a Saffiano leather is what that kind of cross-hatching texture is. I just like more stylized looking binders. So I'm going to show you, and then here is one more that you might be familiar with, Kikki-K. And as I said in the intro, a lot of planner binders are on sale right now. So if you've been scoping out any, like these are the new ones, the ones that are the dotted ones, and then these, they're really, really beautiful. It's almost like they're taking from the trends of it being the Pantone's color of the year, which are, and this is totally like designer nerdiness, but it was like a pink, it's rose quartz and serenity are the Pantone colors of the year. And this is, like I said, like design knowledge. But these just came out, and I'm sure that they're going to go pretty quickly. People in the planner community have started to scope them out. I thought these were really, really pretty, but, you know, as I've said before, I just much prefer to use my Filofax Osterly, and then I just use kind of an older Kikki-K that I got on major clearance and then had kind of like vouchers and stuff to offset it. But if you have kind of a planner girl in your household or someone else in the planner community who's just getting started and they really want a Kikki-K, now's a great time to buy. These are cloth exterior Kikki-Ks. They're not leather. But, so here's the Kikki-K website. And I just wanted to show you these just, like I said, as a point of reference for you to kind of, for us to look at like what the more popular and more commonly known options are. So here's a place where you can buy Filofax that is based in Australia. And I don't know if they have a brick and mortar store or they're just like ready to ship, but I've ordered from Filofax Shop, and you can look them up. It's called filofaxshop.com.au because, like I said, it's based in Australia. And I've gotten some really, really good deals on Filofax binders from this particular website. They ship really, really quickly. You will have to deal with kind of the US to Australia dollars conversion rate, but like here, this is called a Filofax like domino style. It's very kind of thin, but $32.29, I feel like that's a pretty awesome deal for such a unique looking Filofax. It's a cloth cover, so you could always just Scotch guard it, but $32.29. You might not find this sort of printed Filofax anywhere else. Here's a mini organizer that's really tiny for $8.73, marked down from $21.83. But here's a purple Malden, and of course this is way, way expensive only because right now on the Filofax website, a lot of the Maldens that we kind of looked at before, they're sold out. So the Malden, the colorful ones that were just released, are already becoming highly sought after. But they sometimes will have really cool looking Filofaxes that are hard to come by on this site, and sometimes they'll have things that are just like marked way down. So Filofax Shop in Australia, filofaxshop.com.au, and I will try and link this in the description of the video for your convenience, is another place that you can buy Filofax. So here are some great options from a company called Paper Chase. And you might recognize the Paper Chase brand and label because they actually sell at Barnes & Noble. They sell stationery and things, but in the UK, and I do believe they have a US site, but sometimes the US site just doesn't have the same range as the UK site. And that's just because Paper Chase, it's originally a UK brand. Here's the US site. When you want to find a UK site, or just like the version, you just simply type in the brand name and then you type in UK or US and it will give you that site. And you can just kind of like override the automatic redirection because Google and other search engines, they use your geographic location and just like your, it's all technical specs, but like they know your geographic location based upon where you search from, and then they'll direct you to the site that seems like you might want to go to it, unless you kind of override that by saying, no, I want the UK site, and then clicking on that. And they have some very, very stylized, see, here we go. This one is like the same one as that Filofax Australia shop. And in this case, it's more expensive here in Filofax Shop Australia versus the Paper Chase one. But see, they sell Filofax as much as they sell Paper Chase brand. Now these are polyvinyl, so like pleather, like vegan leather, I guess you could say. These are vegan leather sorts of planners. And because they're vegan leather and they're not Filofax or Kikki-K, like nothing is going to beat the quality and the workmanship of Filofax or Kikki-K. Or I guess you could say even Kate Spade, even though I've talked to some people in the planner community and they have said that the quality of Kate Spade Agendas has gone way, way, way down. But just for a more kind of, I guess, like a fun option, see how these all are on sale. These are in US dollars. And on occasion, like I said before, a US site versus a UK site, they'll have actually two different inventories. And the UK site sometimes has more options than the US site. In this case, just kind of cursory glance, it's looking like their inventory is about the same. But these are much more stylized and, I don't want to say fashionable, but just like inventive, just like creative kind of visually options for planner binders than just maybe the normal ones that you might have seen. See this one, this is an A5. That's on sale for $15.25. That's of course in pounds, but the conversion rate on that, I mean, I think that's really beautiful. I'm a purple fan, so I'm not in the market for an A5, but, and then these owls are really cute for just like kind of a mini planner girl. That's a personal size, and this is a pocket size. That pocket size is only $8.25. Of course, convert it to US dollars, and it's going to give you a different price. But and then they have just your standard kind of Filofaxes. So there is another huge option that you might not have known about. And then the last one that I'm going to show you, they're called Doki books. And Doki books, they have recently kind of gotten more into disc bound. And something really interesting that I just stumbled upon just this morning as I was kind of trying to go over opening all these tabs and just kind of prepare to do this video. Doki books, and you see the mark down there. There's a pre-order for, so it's the disc bound, kind of like the Happy Planner or arc bound. They have personal size disc agendas, like binders, that are in these beautiful candy colors. I'll just click on this one just for the sake of looking at it. Now see how it's lacking the rings there? I kind of poked around on the site and I found that you can actually, and you can do this actually with a lot of things, like you can buy the rings that would normally go there. You can buy that whole setup separately and just kind of install it yourself. There's some YouTube tutorials, if you look them up, like how to turn your Filofax into a faux dory, or even how to take the rings out and kind of replace them. Like, you can do all that stuff. I've never done that, but you can. I've never ordered from Doki Book, but I know people who have, so this is reputable enough that you could just as well do it, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Here are other Doki books, and they're kind of like, I don't want to call them knockoffs just because they're really solid kind of quality construction and everything, but they're definitely inspired by some of the other planners that are on the market. This looks a whole lot like the gold Saffiano Filofax, but at a much lower price point. The small is going to be equivalent to the medium Kikki-K or the personal size Filofax. This has a band on it instead of having a snap closure. And you can actually look up reviews on Doki Book versus like Kikki-K. Like, some people have done some, oh look, here's a rose gold one, that's really pretty. They have ones that zip around the perimeter as much as ones that snap. But you can see some really great reviews on Doki Book versus Kikki-K, side-by-side comparisons on people who are really more like, they do kind of take planning to a whole different level of doing things like collecting more limited edition or just highly sought after binders and things, that they just have way more in the way of planner binders than like I probably ever will have. And that's simply just because I have pretty specific sort of taste, and once I kind of get sold on one thing, like my little kind of Filofax compact Australie, then I'm pretty good for things. So that's kind of it. And I hope that I showed you on Dokibook. The website is dokibook.com, and I do believe that Dokibook has, well, here we go, free shipping, but you need to order $69.90 or more. And here's rejects, which it's kind of a funny way to put that they have like overflow stock to call it rejects. I wouldn't be inclined to buy something called a reject, but that's just me. But you can buy other things, like other sorts of stationery. And so if you want to buy other things, you can always go together with somebody, or you can just as well kind of get some extra things for your planning needs by buying them here. And then, oh, and it looks like these are just kind of links, just kind of like affiliates, instead of you buying it straight from Dokibook. So, and the same thing goes for like Kikki-K. They have really, really cute stationery and stuff, different kinds of pens and things. I've never ordered any of them, but I know that other people have. So if you are trying to order from Kikki-K and you want to get free shipping, and there is a minimum order amount, then of course you can go together with other people, or you can just kind of like fill up your basket with other sorts of things. So there we go. So I hope what I shared with you today was something that was helpful. My goal with doing these videos is to offer people information in order for them to make more informed decisions about how and what they want to do with their planning. I know that when I was first getting started in planning, it was a frustrating process at times, just because I would feel like I would establish myself with planning in a certain way, and then of course I would learn about other sorts of things, and that would make me question a lot of like my planner setup, my planner type, just my planning approach. And it can be very overwhelming, especially with social media and with the growing planner community, seeing other people like do things a certain way, and then it makes you question what it is that you're doing, and it makes you think, well, maybe I should be doing it that way. Planning styles, planning approaches, planner inserts, the outside of a planner, it's different for everybody. It's individualized, kind of like someone's learning style. Your planning approach, or just like your comfort level with planning, it's different. It varies, and it will go through changes because you yourself, you'll evolve with just kind of like the way that you feel comfortable doing things, or being more bold, maybe being a little bit more adventurous. So whether you decide to be in like a disc bound planner, or in a spiral bound planner, or in a ring bound planner, it's all a matter of preference. And sometimes the way to achieve planner peace and then to maintain it is sometimes just to like do some tweaking on the outside of the planner, like changing up your planner binder. I found that for me, in order for me to stay within planning peace, not planner peace, but planning peace, like continue to do planning and have that sort of much needed structure that I know that I need in my life, it has really, really helped me to be able to have more than one planner binder. Now that is, it's a luxury. It's a luxury to have more than one binder. But I would say that it is helpful just the same. And as I showed you in this video, not all binders are really as expensive as like some of the more popularized ones that are really, really expensive. Planners and things, they've started to become a little bit of like fashion accessories, and fashion accessories can be very, very pricey. So I hope today I was able to show you some new options for you to kind of like change up your planner binder and still kind of feel like you're doing things functionally as much as you're doing them fashionably. That's really kind of it for this video. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I do a daily video every single day. Oftentimes it's about planning and planners, just because I really, really, really genuinely enjoy planning and planners and everything. And I like sharing what I love. And so if you don't want to miss my daily video, make sure that you hit that red subscribe button. You know, if you liked it, give it the thumbs up. And I will look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's daily video that will, again, likely be about planning, because, why not, you know? I mean, I like planning. You like planning? Maybe you don't. Or maybe I'm convincing you that maybe you should try planning. So, or maybe it's just fun to talk about things that you like, or just hear someone else's perspective, I don't know. So, thank you so very much for watching this video, and I so appreciate your time that you offer to me and invest in just like supporting my channel. And I hope I shared with you some useful, helpful information. Please be free to leave any questions or comments below. I'm happy to try and help in any way that I can. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this, for offering me so much of your time, hanging out with me here online. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!